Hi guys, welcome back to another Pewtery DIY. So in today's video I'm going to be showing you how to make some lined zipper pouches. So these are my little fabrics that I use. So my zipper was about 7 inches, and so I made sure that my fabric was about 8 inches to allow for seam allowances. And then as for the length, that will be up to you. Basically decide how long you want it to be. So the first thing that I did was to iron out my pieces of fabric, and then I ironed in some interfacing. Then I did this for both of the African print fabrics. Then I just trimmed away the excess interfacing. So now I will now take my African print fabric square and then put the zip facing downwards. Then I put the lining on top. Then I put some pins. Then I went on to sew this on the sewing machine. So you have to make sure that the zipper is lying face down onto the fabric. So when you flip it, it should look something like this. Then I just put some pins just to make sure that it does not move around while I sew the other piece onto the other side. So for the other side, you put the lining where the lining is, if you get me. The lining goes onto the side where there's lining, and the African print fabric goes to the side where there is the African print fabric. Then I also sewed that on the sewing machine, and to make it easy for me to sew on the machine, I use a zipper foot, not the regular foot that is on the sewing machine. Usually sewing machines come with an extra foot for sewing the zipper. After sewing, I just opened it up like that, and then I just pressed it out. So at this point, you now open the zip. It's very important to open the zipper before you do this step. Then you now join the two African print fabric pieces together. Then you also join the lining pieces together. So that is the point where I'm marking, is the point where I am not going to sew. That is the space that we're going to use to turn it inside out. Then I just went on and I sewed that part that I just indicated, leaving that space which we are going to use to turn the pouch inside out. So after sewing, I just took out the corners like that to make sure that I have flat corners when I turn everything inside out. So this is lining, and now I'm going to close that gap that I used to turn inside out. I just hand sew this. You can sew it on the sewing machine if you wish, but I just prefer to use a needle and thread, and then I use a blind stitch to just close up that gap. So at this point, the pouch is basically done. You can use this to put stuff in it. You can put money, you can put coins, you can use it to keep little notebooks and the likes. Then you can also add like sort of like a holder. So that is the end result. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope to see you in my next DIY.